Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Racquel for those who do not know me, and today is really just like on some chat and shit, honestly. I got in the mood to put something on my face. I tried this dark lip liner, and I don't think I've done a dark lip liner since my early 20s. And I'm kind of, it's giving real, like, kind of what I was going for. Yes, no. But my forehead just looks so big. So I don't know if I want to put a scarf on to cover her or what's happening. I don't know. Yeah, so I got in the mood to make myself look like something this morning. I'm about to do my nails. But I just wanted to get on here quick to talk about how we celebrate our victories, how we celebrate our milestones, and who we choose to share those milestones with, and how we need to be careful who we choose to share those milestones with. So pretty much, if you watch my previous video, then you kind of have an idea that I've been on this healing journey for like the past year, as far as my panic attacks, my anxiety. It was triggered by a lot of stress and the death of one of my friends May of last year, and it kind of put me in this downward spiral of not really going anywhere. I can't drive too far. All of the things that kind of just kept me in this space. So it took me a long time to do the simple things that I used to do. Simple things like literally going to the store, simple shit. It took me, I stopped doing it. So my grandma lives on the other side of my area. So like we're in one spot. If you go up the next light, my grandma's up there. And I haven't been able to get to her house for a long time. As bad as I wanted to, I haven't been able to get there for a very long time. And today, I made it there. I didn't go in, but I just made it that far. And the way I felt, I feel like I've had let's say I've had like 4 chains on me, like one for each hand, one for each foot. I feel like I've had chains on me that have been keeping me in this space. And I feel like making it that far kind of just released like 2 of my chains, which in turn makes me feel optimistic about being able to get back to what I considered normal, some sort of normalcy for me. I feel like because I was able to do that, then we're getting somewhere. So, of course, when you reach a milestone, you want to share that happiness and things with people. But you have to be careful which people you share that with. Because if you share certain things with the wrong person, then and they don't like, we all go into conversations like that wanting someone to pretty much praise us. And like it's like the child in us wants to be praised, wants you to clap for us, wants you to jump up and down and do all of the things. And then when you don't get that, it stings. It stings a little bit. But that's how I know that I'm healing from it, because I shared a milestone, today's milestone specifically. I shared it with someone, and they didn't give me the reaction kind of that I guess I was hoping for. But it didn't bother me as much as it would have 6 months ago. So that's how I know I'm making progress. But all in all, the whole point of me wanting to even make this video is to just, we have to be more careful with the things that are sacred to us. Okay? And that can be anything. That can be anything that is very sacred to you, that holds a lot of weight, that's very important to you, and then you share it with the people that see that full picture. I've A lot of my family doesn't. I don't think they feel the same way that I feel things, and I don't think they've understood the weight that I've been under for the past year. But it's not totally their fault because I'm not, I guess, as open with them. Um, and I feel like that's because I feel like I'm different. I feel like, I'm different. The things that I've dealt with, the things that I've been dealing with isn't, it's not common to them. I feel like it's kind of misunderstood in ways, which makes me feel like I'm misunderstood, which makes me feel like I'm different. And I'm learning to embrace that I'm different, but that's a reason why I just, tiptoed around sharing the severity of certain things that I deal with. Like if someone asks me to do something and I don't feel like I'm ready to do it, instead of telling them like what I'm dealing with, I just tell them like, oh, I can't do it, but I'll see if my husband can do it or something. I go around it. So they might not fully understand the weight of it. So it's not their fault, but it makes me feel like this is why community is so important to me. Because on the flip side, I shared it with someone who, like, they didn't give me the reaction that I guess I was hoping for. But then when I shared it with people that understand me and understand what I've been dealing with, and then they give me the reaction I guess that the kid in me was hoping for, it kind of balances it out. But yeah, I feel like just like, what is sacred to you? What is important to you? What is something that you're struggling with that, it might seem small to someone else, but it's very, very big to you? Honest moment, sometime last year, last, like probably July, August or something like that. That was the first time I was able to go to a park right here by my house. So I can literally walk to the park, but I drove to the park and I was able to sit at the park. So I sat at the park. I was crocheting for a couple hours, and my husband knew that I was going to the park. And so to me, that was a big milestone. But to him, before he understood, it was like, oh, okay, if she can make it there, then she can go anywhere. So he ended up calling me, asking me to go somewhere else. And I tried to, but I didn't make it far. So when I got home, I broke down crying. I was like, you don't get it. Like, why would you ask me? Like, I was doing so good, and then you asked me to go do something else. And then I got in my head and I knew I couldn't do it. And then it took all of the joy and progress out of how I felt about myself being able to make it to the park. Because now I'm no longer focused that I was able to make it here. Now I'm only thinking like, oh, I couldn't make it there. So it's so yeah, it was just that feeling like, if you're focused and you're happy with the progress that you're making and you share those milestones with people who understand it, then you can kind of sit in that joy of the accomplishment versus like, okay, they don't fully get it, so they start to ask you to do more shit that that you can't do, but now they're assuming, well, she can do this and she can do that, and now you're thinking about the stuff that you can't do. Does this all make sense? I hope that I'm making sense right now. I hope that you're understanding what I'm saying. But yeah, so today I was able to drive across the street. Now that might seem very small to a lot of people, but think of the person that has like irrational fears. Think of the people, like, if you used to watch like the Maury show or something, and they used to have guests on that were deathly afraid of fucking crayons. Like, it would just be like the most random stuff, but their reactions, it was a full phobia. Like, it was a fear and a phobia that stirred up in them Nobody in the audience knows where this fear comes from, but to them, it's completely real. So after I was going through what I went through with after my friend died and my panic attacks and stuff, I became afraid of traffic lights. It's something about having to sit at a red light that stirs up my insides. And so that has been a main factor as to why I have not been able to drive far for a while, because you're going to come in contact with traffic lights every mile, you know. So for a long time, I couldn't drive across the street. Up until maybe 3 months ago, I could walk over there. So I used to park my car at the gym and I used to just walk across the street, but I could not push myself to drive my car through the light across the street. But honestly, this black lip liner, I really wanted it. I really wanted a black lip liner, and it's a beauty supply store right across the street. So I was like, Racquel, today is the day. You're going to drive over there. We're not going to walk. We're going to drive. And if you do start to feel anxious, you will be okay. It's right across the street. If you do feel it, you'll feel it, but you will be safe. So that's what I did. So I drove across the street. Now, mind you, back to when I talk about how like some people understand, but sometimes they really don't. So I asked, my husband has a truck. So I asked my mama for her truck so I could drive to the beauty supply store. Again, she knows that I have not been going far. But I don't know what she thinks or whatever. So I asked her, can I use her car to drive across the street? Cool. Now, because I'm asking her to drive across the street, she thinks that I can do other things. So she asked me to go put gas in her car, and then she asked me to get her something. Like, but I didn't say anything. I was just like, in my mind, I didn't say nothing out loud. But in my mind, I was like, if I can do it, then I'll do it. If I can't, then I can't. So I made it across the street. I made it in a beauty supply store. And then my grandma, like I said, she's the next light up. So I was like, you can do it, Racquel. Go ahead. Just go ahead. And then if you can't make it all the way to her house, then just turn around. So I drove all the way up to the light and I was perfectly fine. I was fidgeting with my necklace, which is one of my guides, side note. And I made it all the way there. I didn't go to her house and actually get out the car and stuff, but I made it up there. Fine, turn around. I have not been able to do that in 9 months. I have not been able to go that far in 9 months. And so now I'm cheesing and smiling. I can't believe that I actually did it. Come back home and I tell my mama, and she was like, oh, good job. That was it. And I was just like, But then when I text my best friend or I text my husband, they're giving me all of the like, congratulations, I'm so proud of you. Oh my God, you really did it. I can't believe it. One of my best friends likes to play, like, give a speech. Like, so it's like the kid in me just, you know, felt all of the feels and got all of the praise that children look for, you know. But like I said, like last year, that would have broke me down. That would have, like, all of the happiness that I felt would have been completely washed down the drain after my mom just like, oh, good job. Like something so simple. So even as a parent, you know, it puts you in the mindset of a kid and gives you that perspective of like giving them the things that they need, even if it's not natural to you. So like, especially like my toddlers, they love the praise, they love the good job, they love all of that. So I'm not naturally that type of person. I'm not naturally that type of parent. Like, I'm the very chill, very low key, not really super playful, not a ball of energy. Like my husband is good at that. I'm more of the chill mama. But when it comes to them, I have to find it because that's what they look for. Like even my 9-year-old, he'll come to me telling me the most random stuff at the most random time. But I engage in the conversation because I want him to feel like I care. I honestly might not give a fuck about some random thing that he saw on YouTube or some random thing that one of his friends said. I probably really don't care. But I find it in me to care and to ask him questions and to give him that back and forth conversation, because that's what he's looking for. Like, he wouldn't come to me if that's not what he was looking for. And then if he did come to me and I was really like brushing him off with it, I can only imagine what that would do to his spirit. So yeah, it's just an eye-opening experience, especially when you have kids. It's like, it's so many different, like, it's just so many different ways to think about something. Hold on. But yeah, it's just eye-opening when you really just think about all of the moving parts to it. And like I said, it just really, like, I feel like as adults we just have to just be careful about what we hold sacred to us, because there's always there's an inner child in all of us. There's a piece of all of us that wants to be acknowledged, wants to be praised, wants to be congratulated, we want all of the things. Wherever it's coming from, we want all of the things. So if it's something that you know is very strong for you and very important to you and holds a lot of weight for you, then just be careful who you choose to open that up to, who you choose to give that to. Even if it's one friend, even if it's one person that you know, okay, I know this one person I can come to about this, and they understand the weight. They don't think that it's stupid. They don't think that I'm being extra or exaggerating. They want to see me make these milestones. They want to pull me out of this. They get it. You know, I feel like we all want at least one person that gets it. And when we get that one person that gets it, I feel like we should hold on to it and really cherish that. Don't downplay the one person that gets it because the 10 people over here don't, you know? Or don't ignore one person that gets it and feel like that isn't enough support just because the 10 people over here don't support it or don't understand it. Yeah, I'm just very proud of myself, and you should be very proud of yourself. Even when I read books like Tiny Habits and things like that, that's a part of the reprogramming. Like, we have to celebrate our wins. Like, we literally have to celebrate ourselves, whether it's clapping, whether it's jumping, whether it's saying out loud good job, or whether it's treating yourself with something because you made this huge milestone. We have to celebrate it so that our psyche can, it's like it's a lot with our minds that goes into how we are. And sometimes we got to reprogram some shit that has just been out of whack for who knows how long. So I don't want to make this video too long, but like I said, I was very happy, very proud of myself. Right now, I feel like I can do so much more, but I don't want to push myself too much. But because I was able to do that, now I feel like, oh, I can go to Target. That's one more light up. If I can make it this far, I can go to, oh, like, you know. So while I have this confidence boost, I might try to go to Target today. So I'll keep y'all updated on that. But I know I was rambling. I hope y'all get what I was saying. I hope this resonates with someone who, you know, struggles with the same thing a little bit. If it did, then please like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.